in my time zone when my mind's gone and I'm flying home and I'm stressed out and I'm tempted to get that styrofoam and go pull it up, but you know what's up and you know that ain't gon' solve nothing. I mean, Lord forbid I might fall or something and I'm all another, cause all I need is you to hold me down like bed straps at a psych ward. It's killing me, but you still with me when I fight hard. And you digging me when I'm egging you. Deal with me when my car's pulled. Could've dealt with me, but you fell for me before I fell for you. To keep me on that right path and the right math is you plus nothing's everything. You my everything, sing. You ain't gotta question my allegiance, cause the way you love me, I could never leave you. I need you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go. We gon' ride, we gon' win, don't know how, all I know. You, all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed.
How did I fall in this? No condition that get a mention, but you offer this unconditional love. I swear I sell it all for this. Trying to keep it together, forgive my awkwardness, but often this, you and me often this.
We have had some good conversations and leading me back to the calendar. Right, so 7 years. Achievements. You will have seen some great achievements on those things. Right, so putting this great image aside, this white or black price, historically there was some healing, some restoration, some people who would have looked up because they had got some service. Right?
That's when we have those powers, right?
We have those powers because man has no powers in themselves. Okay? Our source supposed to be from a heavenly source in order to be with us. So, at the end of the day, taking my rid of these services and decide to give their life to God as a result of the service that they get before they were not getting these kind of services. What have you to say to them at this point and then see they have that service based on the facts? This is the direction that they were going.
Yeah, that's how it is.
So all over that, something else has some encounter with people like this. Based on you all your factor, do you want to know?
Most of the time, like every time we go, that's who we just get. So that's what the world sees today.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you make a valid point. Right, so that's why I have spoken of sorrow and I have made myself wide open for any comment or anything at this point in time that you can check up. You understand, because I show you I didn't come here to hide or anything. I'm really trying to show you. So that's it. So first and foremost, right? Why is it important for we know this truth, right? Because the prophecies in the Bible were written to a specific right? That's your man all the time. I give it to you, man. We have been taught a lot about Christianity, about the Bible, and the full of it. Formally and informally, sometimes through television. A lot of people who don't know anything about the Bible believe they know a lot about the Bible based on what we see, what we think, what we heard, etc. But very few times has anybody gone into the Bible, precept upon precept, to explain, to show, to give a correct depiction of what was taking place concerning the story. And decide to bring out, this is what these boards depict. Some very pertinent points to start with, right? Because that's where your salvation starts. According to the Bible, they say the Holy Spirit is supposed to bring the spirit of remembrance. What things of remembrance is supposed to bring to us? The truth, according to the Bible. So first and foremost, I want to deal with this image here. This is what the world portrays as Christ. This is the Pope's son that was given in the Renaissance period that gave this image to depict, to paint over the true image of Christ. So give me that Revelation 1:1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ,
The revelation of Jesus Christ. So this is the revealing of Jesus Christ.
which God gave unto him, to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
To show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. You ever heard about Herodians or Herod? King Herod, Antipater, all of them, right? They were Caucasians according to the scriptures, and they were already in a position of rulership when Christ was walking through. They were the ones who, Pontius Pilate was the one who said, hey, put Christ to death, whatever. He was a Caucasian. So they say things which are already happening, right? Jump down to verse 14. Now, this is John the Revelator on the island of Patmos. This is the same John that wrote the Gospel of John, the book of John, who was Christ's favorite apostle, right? We'll jump down to verse 14. Verse 14 is in red writing, red letter, so that is Christ speaking, right? Read.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it says the head, the hair on the Messiah's head and on his face was white in color and woolly in texture. That does not meet that same depiction, right? And then go and say this is later, he was older, whatever the case may be. We'll deal with all that. Don't worry.
I have to go first.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm right now.
Nice, don't worry, go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes was a flame of fire.
His eyes was a flame of fire. His eyes were a flame of fire because he drank wine and mud. His first miracle was turning water into wine and bread. Genesis 49.
Book
of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
So this is prophecies about Christ even in the book of Genesis. It says his eyes will be red with wine. His eyes were red with wine because he drank wine in modern Islam. He was not a drunkard. I can prove that for you in the scripture.
No.
But go ahead.
You don't don't worry.
Nice. Once you're on the same page, go ahead.
Verse 15, Revelation chapter 1 and verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
And his feet like unto fire. Are your feet the same color as the rest of your body?
Don't go.
Is that a question? Are your feet the same color as the rest of your body?
Yes, sir.
Nice. So it says feet the color of fine brass. Brass is as brown. Like a 5 cent, 1 cent. Right, read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
As if it was burned in a furnace. That's how dark it is.
Actually, I've felt brass is properly well prepared. You will understand because it has a proper finish of it.
Alright, but how do you prepare brass?
It's pretty cool.
Right? And if you polish brass, it gets very dark. It gets brown.
Not really dark. It has a filter. Anybody else? Move on with that. Move on with that.
Not that color.
Okay,
No, we're not referring to that anymore.
Polished brass is the finished product. What a 5 cent or 1 cent, that's the finished product. Now what color is it? It's brown.
Brass is brass, yeah.
Anyway, this is according to the scriptures, is a true depiction of how Christ was. That's right. Daniel 10 and verse 6.
The book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 6. His body also was like the bird,
His body was like a bird, meaning he wore a green garment, right? Read.
and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire.
Same thing you just read in Revelation. His eyes red like a lamp of fire. Right, read on.
And his arms and his feet like in color.
Like in color, because they say color not in the Bible, we don't care brother, color. From the time we show Christ is a different lineage or a different depiction, then the color matters. Or it don't matter. They say he was a clear person, right? Read.
Like in color to polish brass.
Like in color to polish brass. It says polish because it is highlighting and reiterating of the fact that it was passed through the fire. Anything you pass through the fire gets burned. Right? Now, again, we're not really harping on this to say, well, you know, who believe who this is for, fine. But we are bringing out the truth according to the scriptures. And that is, Christ being black is not the end all and be all of it. right? It is proof that the so-called people of the Bible, the so-called chosen people, Israelites, are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and Caribs and Arawaks. Because of the curses of the prophecies in Deuteronomy 20. The transatlantic slave trade that took place in the year 1690 was prophesied in the Bible. I can prove that to you in the Bible, right? Go down to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1, and then we'll jump down to verse 68. Somebody give me Isaiah 46 and verse 10.
Okay. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass. So this is Moses talking to the Israelites after delivering them out of Egypt. They were slaves under Egypt, remember the plagues, right? So he's telling them now, after he brought them out of Egypt, he's addressing them and telling them about the nature of things. What is expected of them, and what will happen, and what will not happen, considering what they will do, right? So there's read verse right there.
And it shall come to pass,
Shall come to pass, future tense,
if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we shall listen unto the voice of the Lord thy God. The voice of the Lord thy God, God did not speak directly to the Israelites. They were afraid. They said, no, don't let Moses, don't let God speak to us.
Hold on. Right.
Right?
Here
Moses
where you are.
was
Here
the
where
one
you
that
are.
brought
Here
the
we are.
Lord to
Stop
them.
right there. Halt right there. No, Moses, don't let God speak to us. In other words, we would have had at some point in time when he spoke directly to them. They all were afraid. And
They
that's
hear his
the
voice because it was like the
reason
voice
why
of
they
God.
responded. So God had really spoke to them.
Yeah, once it happened.
Right, so
Yeah.
he did, not that he did not.
No, well,
I don't know, continue
I
from
just
there,
clearing
go on.
up.
Yeah.
I know people very just hang on to
Continue
certain
from
things
there, yeah.
in the
Continue.
Bible or certain things that are said. So I just explaining
Yeah.
that when he said, spoke to them, he means sent, brought forward his message. Right? And Moses brought forward the message by the tablets of stone and his laws, and was commanded to teach the Israelites his laws, statutes, and commandments coming out of Egypt. Right? Read on.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
To do observe and to do all his commandments. Right? So in Exodus 20 and verse 3, it says, don't make any graven image in the skies above. That's the first commandment the Israelites broke, right? So jump down to verse 15.
Said thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So if we listen to apply his commandments,
For that nation. Yeah, you can listen to apply his command.
he will set us on high. When the Bible uses the term
Apply
nation,
his
it's
command.
talking about a certain group of people. Right? So this is what
That is one nation you're talking about.
right, one group of people. So like how we have the East Indians, we have the Caucasians, it has the Chinese, it has the Arabians. Those are different nations of people, according to the
He said
Bible.
high above all nations of the earth.
All nations of the earth. They're not talking about this country over this, it's talking about people at this time. I'm going to go through the Bible and I'm going to prove this thing. So it says you will set us on high above all nations, right? Read verse 15.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses shall overcome us and overtake us. So under King David and King Solomon, we had 80 years of rulership where we were our people and we were above all nations. So we were keeping the commandments. Solomon fell, the 12 tribes of Israel were split, and then we went into captivity after captivity. From the Assyrian to the Greek and Roman captivity, 30. Witness over. So now we're going to get some of the curses that the Bible says would fall upon the Israelites, and let us see who these curses are like. Right? Jump down to verse 60.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So, let's say you will bring us into Egypt again with ships. Do you understand what that's saying now? Do you have any? It says Egypt. If I say we come in here again, What does that mean?
You return into fishing pond again.
Means we were here at some point, right?
Yeah.
Right? So when it says Egypt again, did the Israelites ever go back to Egypt in slavery?
Well, because this year, according to Bible, you know, they went to Canaan and yeah, they returned to Egypt.
They did? When?
Yeah, through slavery.
No. When did the Israelites
No, they were
go back into the land of Egypt?
Yeah, they because of rebellions. In your Bible, you'll find out because of rebellions, when they were, even when they crossed Jordan, and they abided with one of the Knights and then the Hittites, or one of them where they were worshipping idols and so on, and they accepted the idols as their God and so on. God had was to leave them to their own and bring a curse upon them, in which they were, one king was able to defeat the army also, and they were back into slavery.
Right.
So they were taken back into Egypt.
Right. So this is prophesying of future times. Right?
Yeah.
When that was written, that happened prior to Deuteronomy. This is in the book of Deuteronomy. What you are speaking about happened in Genesis, Exodus. The Israelites, after coming out of Egypt, never went back into Egypt. The land of Egypt, that is.
Well,
According to the Bible.
Well, according to the Bible, what I read says somewhere along the line, we are
Well, all right.
two different
We having a discourse here.
Yeah,
We
two
can agree to
different boundaries,
disagree, right?
Yeah.
But the Israelites never went back into Egypt. And even if they went back into Egypt, the way you said that they did, they would not need a ship or a boat to do that. Because
No,
the land-
they did not need a ship. They did
Exactly,
not
but
need a
this
boat.
says they will go back into Egypt on ships. Read it
Yeah,
again.
but between you and me, sir, you are literally quoting some things there that was
There are
revelation.
thousands of
Listen, no, revelationally spoken of.
Sit down, what?
You are literally quoting some things which you were taking as practical things that take place that has to do with
And that's why the Bible says a book of prophecy.
it has to do with revelations, as even revelation.
Yeah.
Those things
We go in the book
those
of
things are
Revelation.
not done. It was revelation that was given directly from to John on the island of Patmos to take to the 7 churches to explain to them certain
Things that
things.
will happen.
Something you need to put in your
Teaching,
teachings,
deliverance,
yes,
doctrine.
is the fact that the dice.
We all know that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everyone dies.
Yeah.
When this body dies, it goes into the earth back. It does you.
Yeah, and the
Came
spirit
from dust, you
to the Most High.
right? Spirit.
That's the place.
So Bible also talks about
Yeah.
a new body.
Yeah.
Everything that
You understand
new
what I'm
heaven,
talking
hold
about?
on. A new heaven and new earth. And when he said new body, you have to understand that when Christ walked the face of the earth, he was as any man were on the face of the earth. Otherwise, he would not have been able to complete the task whereby we now can have a discussion concerning salvation. So, this new body, new heaven and earth, even when he was leaving, so the disciples were on the mountain with him, and they saw also, I think, or even before that, they saw John, and they saw Moses, and they saw Elijah.
Yeah.
And
He was
they
transfigured.
were
as a transfigured.
transfigured.
Right.
They had the opportunity of seeing that because they were being able to see and understand things from a different perspective. Christ had showed them, wanted them to see and understand.
Could I ask you a question?
Yes.
How did they make out Moses and Elijah?
How did they
How they
make
Make
could
them out
identify
to say that is Moses and Elijah. That same scripture you didn't read verse 10.
Moses
Wow.
and Elijah was
You know, Revelation
in the
1 and 10.
same what we call
They had images.
if you understand, in the new.
But just now, read Revelation 1 and 10.
Right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 10.
In which
I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and heard behind me a great voice, as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. And what thou seest, write in a book,
Continue.
and send it unto the 7 churches, which are in Asia, unto Ephesus,
Jump to 12.
verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Read it again.
One like unto the Son of Man.
Why would John say that?
Why would he say that? That is what he saw. That is what
Who he walked with on the face of the earth?
that is what he
Who he walked with on the face of the earth, that when he see me could have recognized, hey, this is the Son of Man I'm talking to, Christ.
Hold this. One like as unto the Son of Man. Yes, we are saying Christ. We're not going against that. But before you jump here from way to way, in order to get that, so you have to understand revelation is revelation. And
What he means to say is men, I said the scripture talking about Isaiah, there's one that learn and they access it and they say I can't. He means to say there are more learned men out there that cannot open the book of Revelation. And
That's what church is.
right, so
I learn that in church, Revelation and Daniel don't go in them books.
go in there. And
Why
what's
not?
it?
why not to go in them?
The Adventist church tell you don't understand
I
that.
will tell them,
Right?
No, you don't. Listen, don't misinterpret it and don't jump into conclusion. Please listen to what I am saying, and what I am saying is not, it have nothing to do with coming here to tell you that you all are fools.
No, but
or
what
you,
I
or
understand
in
that.
other words, I am.
I understand it, but what I'm
All right?
saying is, right, we just read for you, and you can go home and check it as well. We just read for you what is in the Bible. We didn't make it up, we didn't quote, we read it for you.
So go in the beginning of Revelation in the
Revelation
King James
1 and
Version. Go to the beginning of Revelation in the King James Version.
One on
Beginning, the beginning of Revelation, the beginning. Go.
All right, the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Before you start it,
What-
yeah, 1-1, right?
Yeah, what time is
Before we stop another.
Anything before Revelation is Revelation.
Right. So what is there and what should be there? What information that should be there is as to, well, you know, it's on the Isle of Patmos because of John was talking about it.
What are you
You're
looking for?
supposed to.
What are you looking for? My Bible has what you looking for.
All right.
First, to get the little backstory.
This is what
You
you're looking
must.
for.
You have to.
You understand? But who put that there?
Historically, listen, historically, the man looked like you.
Brother.
I don't know you,
Brother,
son. If you
hold
come
on,
here, you understand what I say? When I
hold
came
on.
here, I introduced myself and I
Yeah,
asked
we
somebody
we
the body of
understand.
This is what he looking for.
I
Alright,
find out.
read the film now. Read the film.
I find out about the
It's
number
about
of
10
years that you understand what I'm saying?
All
And then I'm going to
praises
learn
to
something
Genesis.
about it.
Okay.
You understand?
Read the film.
All right. The revelation of Jesus Christ. Just as Genesis
Your
is
Bible
the
supposed
book
to
of
have-
the beginning, Revelation is the book of consummation. In it, the divine program of redemption is brought to fruition. The holy name of God is vindicated before all creation, although there are numerous prophecies in the gospel and epistles.
Alright, so hold on, right? So you with me so far, right? You listen to me.
Yeah, I understand.
So you negated the actual word that was translated to give a preface of what was said before.
Of man.
Well, just what we just read in Revelation 1 and 14. Quick question. Do you agree that that's what we just said concerning the depiction or whatever?
Yeah,
Is that
I agree-
accurate or not?
I agree what you're saying is accurate to some point. The very facts that being twisted in the fact that the
It have no depiction of this ever anywhere.
this guy here that they're pushing forward and everybody seems to be looking up to this person here is not actually that person. And I'm saying to you too, sir, that this guy you pushing forward is actually not in the depiction of.
Alright, so we're not
of
saying
what
that this
so
is the
you understand what
guy.
I'm saying?
We're not saying that this
So
is the guy either.
so
We're not saying that that's how
we are
Christ
in the
look.
place whereby we have to understand, sir, that what the world is selling to you and you can't digest.
But just now,
The other way around,
Let me
it might
just
come the same.
let me just be very simple here, right?
Yeah.
Based on what we read, considering both images,
Depiction.
which one is closer to what we just read?
based on whatever image.
No. Listen to the question.
Yeah, that
Based on what we just read in Revelation 1 and 14, which of these images are closer to what we just read? We're not saying that this is Christ. We're not saying that this is exactly what we look.
and I don't agree with that.
And that's what we're saying.
Because, for instance,
And that is what we
anywhere you go and you ask children or anybody, who is Christ? Who is Christ?
They will point you because
Right.
this is what projected.
Because we trying to
Yeah,
get
they
this out
project
of
that.
our people's
Yeah,
mind.
this is what it is.
Right?
And even
Because-
what you projected, if you understand what I'm saying, it's hard for me to digest. You understand what I'm saying? So you
But yeah.
have to understand the fact that
But you know the Bible prophesied this will happen, right?
What scripture you getting there?
2 Corinthians 11 and
Yeah. Romans, Romans
Yes,
3,
yes, yes,
and read from verse 1.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I fear, lest by any means.
who's that?
Four.
What did the man talk someone?
No, that is how we do things.
Yeah, right.
One read and
So
one
you say
read.
Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Just now, before you get that scripture again, he might hate on it.
No, but bro, actually.
Yeah.
Then you understand why we doing what we doing now.
okay, all right.
Sure, that's what I'm
You will go ahead. No. Trial and testings come from all angles. So many
I know,
times
but-
I hear this little story. The devil go before God and he say, "Oh God,
Like Job 1 and 6.
I can't really take them from Christian and them. I can't take it.
Like Job 1 and 6.
Why?
And
Nehemiah is a
Everything they say,
guy.
now
Yeah.
why?
8 and 8.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand what the brother reading did, and then you will understand what we doing, right?
But believe you me, I'm glad to see you there again.
Alright, the book of
I will
Nehemiah,
be following
chapter
you.
8 and verse 8.
Teaching, yes, sir.
So they read in the
Yeah,
book,
you took one.
in the
You didn't
law
say
of
nothing for
God, distinctly.
so we read in the book of the law of God distinctly.
Right.
The same thing Nehemiah is doing there. That's what we do. Reading out of the Bible and
Biblically.
trying to do.
It's a share.
And
the
give
truth.
the sense.
Give the sense, give the understanding. Because the Bible is commanded to be read precept upon precept, according to Isaiah chapter 20 and verse 9. Here a little and there a little.
Let me shake you a little bit. What language the book was written in?
Greek and Aramaic. It was translated into English in the year 1611 by King James.
Where Hebrews came in, boy?
Pardon?
Where Hebrews came in?
Hebrews. Do you know what Hebrews means?
Well, they are to me, it's our language.
Yes. The King James Version was not the only translation. There were other translations before that. Right?
Yes, sir.
King James authorized
Yes.
scholars
So-
to translate from Greek and
So-
Arabic to this language.
So we would have had some indifference
No,
through,
yeah, no,
through
no,
translation.
I know you could. I know you are a person. You could
Understand?
you could deal with you could relate to
I think it's
the
page
text.
88.
So you like proof.
Page 88, I think.
Page 88.
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure.
But this brother here asking questions to see what we know and how we know. He asking me question and
Yeah. Okay, so this is his Donovan Compact Bible Dictionary. The same type of people would have given the preface before Revelation. They would have given a account, a historical account of this. Right? So this is the King James Version. Right? When Elizabeth died in 1603, the crown passed to James I, who had been King of Scotland for 37 years as James IV. Several months after he ascended the throne of England, he authorized a new translation of the Bible to replace the bishop's Bible. 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6 groups. 3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha.
This is the Apocrypha.
Okay then.
Those were the 14 books that were taken out of the original translation of the 1611 King James. 2 of the groups met at Oxford, 2 at Cambridge, and 2 at Westminster. When a group had completed its task, its work was submitted to 12 men, 2 from each panel. Final differences of opinion were settled at a general meeting of each company. In cases of special difficulty, learned men outside the board of revisers were consulted. Marginal notes were used only to explain Hebrew and Greek words to draw attention to parallel passages. I stammer lips, and this was never our mother language. We were brought here as slaves in the year 1619. This is what we were taught. And when I say we descend from these people that came here in 69.
You're looking like you have a bit of French, a bit of Portuguese, a bit of white man in you.
Hey, stop that. Spiritually, when you say this so correct, right? Because my last name, my government last name is white man.
Well, hear me now.
So you're dead wrong.
Hear me now. You might take up your whatever, your little bag and whatever, and they say, go your way and get out of Africa. Somebody else, the Indian man might say, listen, he said, don't watch me, sir, you can't go nowhere.
Yeah, boy.
You gotta do like me. Find a place. You too.
Can I ask you a
Find
question?
a place and stay right here.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Your dad is of what national? Or what lineage?
Well, boy, that's where the
You know your
Kalalu, that's the way the Kalalu come from, you know.
Do you know your dad?
Let me say it again. That is where the Kalalu come from. If you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying. But do you know your dad?
Spanish, Ocopayol, Portuguese mix.
Right. So you are what your father is. Right? And we're not here to argue about genealogies or nothing because the scriptures say that either. However, the scriptures say, my sheep hear my voice and they know me.
Yes.
So that's why we read out of the
Why
Bible.
we mix up genealogy with this part of the...
No, we're not mixing up
Well,
genealogy.
right, we can't do that.
No, we're not mixing up genealogy.
We cannot do that.
I don't have a genealogy machine to tell you what you are. However, the scriptures does make mention that the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Or Native Americans, Caribs, and yeah, we talking to me here, but we try.
Boy, you to come on here too, brother.
I find you pick up our speed there. Right? So, what are we saying here? We are not out here to say, hey, you are this, you are that. At the end of the day, those that hear the word and obey, they are showing themselves to be the true children of the Most High. So I can't tell you what you are, whoever, but this is what the scriptures.
Gentlemen, hear me out now. I have taken up plenty of your time. I appreciate the fact that I was able to come and talk to these gentlemen at this point in time. Your drive is important to you, as probably many others who might see the benefit in it. Alright, and I'm saying that I did not come here to actually discredit
Yeah, we
the
understand.
whole scene. I came to have a discussion. I love people who are looking forward to get some, not just information, but to get something going as far as the salvation is concerned and souls are being told to.
But let me ask you one question.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
And I'll ask you this. But in Trinidad and Tobago, right, listen, you are seeing the level of crime.
Yeah.
Could I ask you, which nation of people, or which ethnicity of people are performing these crimes? By and large.
I am not going there. I'm going to send you to Matthew 24 and 25. So what has to take place in the end time, and then we're going to see the whole of this past 2 years and difficulty repeat. And I'm going further. I'm going to say I am not denouncing or denouncing or pointing finger to one particular group of people, because even that particular group of people has a particular group of people behind them.
Well,
If you understand what I'm saying, the polar is worse than the teeth.
Well, let me be plain.
If you understand where you're going with that,
Let me
at
be
the
plain.
end of the day, sir, the little boy who see the $5,000 going out and will take a man's life for that, somebody pay him that $5,000 and request that man like it.
Well, let me be plain.
You hear what going on that, sir?
Considered right now,
Yeah?
A
So,
lot of the healing
when you look at your
strikes
Bible-
are done by our youth. Exactly. And why we are out here trying to bring this information as much as possible is to try and take those youths from that path.
so hear me out.
The Bible
Because
says,
these curses apply to them. Let me just say, I know a lot of them because I grew up in Israel.
Right.
A lot of them believe that they don't have any way out. They have no opportunities. Their family life is broken. All of these things, so they have to turn to either violence, drugs, or whatever to make a way for themselves. These are all the curses in the Bible.
Hear me out now. Before you go through that stuff, you see the confusion that they happen right now based on these facts that you're looking at that group or you're looking at the youth
That's a
stuff.
fact.
Hold on. Based on the fact that you're looking at the group. They don't need more. So you understand what I'm saying?
I thought
What
there
they
was a
need-
truthful person.
You believe in the Bible, brother? Yes, sir. Let me say first. What they need, what they actually need is to know that salvation is available to them. Isaiah 12.
Can I show you something? Sir?
Salvation is available to them, and there's a way out of these
Yeah,
vibrations.
So let me show you something. Just want to show you.
What I'm doing football, you look.
Playing football.
Whatever they want to do. Yeah.
But you used to play football?
Yeah.
That's
Where you used to play football? From the East-West corridor?
I'm from Gandhi, I think.
Well, that no, I'm fully aware with my news and things.
No, but what I'm saying, right? When we look at the news daily, this is what happening, and this is happening primarily like amongst people that look like you, right? And what I'm saying is, it is high time for our people to understand that something is drastically wrong with our people. Something is severely wrong. You could go from any country and on this planet, and this is the state of our people. You know?
Yeah, but you see,
So we have to sit back and say, well,
why when I had that revelation that you're talking about there, I also had the other revelation concerning the perpetrator, the man who encouraging these things. Even right now, I'm taking in the news. You can sit down properly and listen and understand these little black boys are what they're going through and so. The little black boys and them are being people are pushing them forward to these things.
so this is what we say, and this is the
Right.
same thing the Bible is saying. But
And
apart
yes,
from
as
that,
a result of that,
apart from that,
yeah.
we ourselves, right,
Uh-huh.
are the own people that create that. Yes, it have external factors. Yes, slavery. Yes, the white man. Yes, all of it. Yes. However, right, we ourselves make the conscious decision to perform those heinous crimes, and this is what the Bible
Have you ever
says.
performed a kind like that, sir?
No, sir.
Right. So then you are not in that group, sir.
Yes, but what
Let
I'm
me say-
saying
let me
is
go
I
further.
come
Let me go
from the
further.
people that do it.
Yeah, even
And by and large, they are the ones that are continually
you are-
doing it.
you
You
are-
know, if you walk down here any night on that street light blow and you see a black boy coming to you, you grab your pants. You grab your wallet, you lock up your car, and you get out
because of the
there.
concept.
You
because
know,
of the
that's what I
concept,
say.
the
That's what I now
stigma.
tell you. I now
It's-
tell you. I
Look,
say,
even
sir,
watch me,
you're not
even
a
the-
truthful
even-
person.
No.
Because that is,
that's-
I could go and
I
ask that
tell you
lady that
before.
anybody here, she will say that.
So I tell you before, mostly according to my understanding. Others can tell you.
You
Others
know
can
why?
tell
And
you
you know why you say that too? You
Listen
say,
to this,
you
sir.
just say,
Listen
you
to
say,
this, sir.
little black boy.
I-
Why you say that?
Because
That's David Rudder's
in-
song.
it's-
That has been preached from long time. Little black boy, little black boy. These are the people
That
from
is in
Little.
writing. That is in writing.
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Look
is what
at
I'm
look
saying.
at precise.
So don't say that you
Look,
don't know
let me
what
go
I'm
further.
talking
Let me go further. Let me go further. I used to do what? At that time, I used to do what? A lorry man. That's a lorry man. And I used to stay closer to the work, so I used to stay up in Pinto. When I in Pinto, the little ranch on here. After that, you watch outside, you see some big guns, a busload of police on the front. The man they call Bob Man, gone. Catch Bob.
What
So-
race was Bob Man though?
Bob Man was African, you know.
What he was?
Bob Man was one of them mixed breed and them. but man had the little African and then.
Get a scripture for me, you
Yeah,
understand?
let me-
Don't
let
have
me-
mixed breed. Don't have mixed breed.
Let me finish that.
Yeah.
You don't have mixed
They
breed.
don't have
It's in
mixed
your
breed.
Bible.
According to the Bible, they don't have no mixed That's breed. what I'm trying to explain to you. No, that's why the brother tell us so long.
No,
what
just
your
now.
father is. That
We
you
try
are.
to
Let
say
me
is-
explain something to you. If I take a Zabuka seed, plant it here, I plant one here and I plant one in Tobago, right?
Genesis chapter
What
11.
else
Go to
get?
it.
Well, okay.
Genesis chapter
Even though
11.
it
Go
look a
to it.
little different, I will
Genesis chapter
Zabuka.
11.
Wobbles.
Go to it.
Wobbles.
I'm not too sure. Go to Genesis chapter
But you want
11.
those
Really.
numbers 118.
Yeah.
We'll go to Genesis.
Well, what's
and-
it? Numbers 118.
Yeah.
Go to Genesis.
We're going to the
Yeah, that's it.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together.
So Moses assembled the 12 tribes of Israel together. Right?
No, not that I'm going to.
I know.
On the
It
first,
already had 12 tribes.
Yeah, let's
on the first day of the second month, and they declare their pedigrees.
pedigree. Your pedigree is the people you come from, your nationality, your breed. Just like the breeding dogs, they say, well, this dog is of this pedigree, it's German Shepherd. Right? Read on.
They declare their pedigrees after their families,
After their families, the people they came from, read,
by the house of their fathers.
by the house of their fathers. The man has the semen, the sperm, the seed. That goes into the woman and fertilizes the egg. Therefore, the seed rests with the man. Therefore, whatever the man is, that is what the offspring would be. Regardless of however he come out, however he look, the seed comes from the man.
Their fathers.
You know, I just want to say something. You know, it's only we people that say mixed breed.
Yeah.
If you look at the Chinese, the East Indians, the other people, they don't have
Mixed breed.
mixed. Then they'll say, if they're like, say, interracial marriages, right? When it comes to like interracial marriage, they will tell the child, alright, don't go with that one. They have a reason why they tell them don't go, because they don't want, because when the man come in, there's where the breed change. That's why ever, like for instance, my
So
girl,
you said 1% yesterday. What does that mean? That the woman is 1% and the man is
No, the
2%.
other nations say that. They talk
That is
about the
the terminology.
1% rule, meaning you have 1% of some other blood, you are that. That's what they say.
Okay.
That's what East
And
Indians
you are also saying that, you know.
The Bible says that.
Well,
The Bible says, whatever
Genesis,
the
you
man is.
understand whereby
Let
we
me
was,
read Genesis.
where there was.
What verse you are from? You are from one? We read the whole chapter for you. Let me read Genesis 11. And you give me the sense of what it says.
Genesis chapter 11 and verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech.
Right?
And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick.
So you're talking about Nimrod
Yeah.
and building the tower.
You go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No, well,
That's
well,
the
just
difference.
hold on. Why are you trying to get at? You're trying to help you now to find out what you're trying to get at.
Go ahead.
What point you're really trying to get at? You'll scroll and
Continue,
get
sir.
there. Read it on, read on.
And they burned them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. Verse 4. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a
Stop. So, could you explain a little bit? Is this literal or is this figurative? I
That
don't
was
know, I'm confused.
at that time it was literally. Go on.
Why is it?
Because
No, you teaching here now, so you
Right.
gotta let us know.
it was literal. Things was happening. The people were together, one people, but it was not the command of
So
God
what
when He
is
said, "Go into all the earth and be fruitful and multiply and
So what is
replenish
the
the earth."
what is the
You see,
symbolism?
you
of
understand the
it?
spread. What was actually taking place? The people decided to stay as one people. They decided to build one tower. They decided one thing that was going on there. But continue reading. You know,
What is the importance of the tower? I don't know.
to go to heaven to reach God.
To do what?
Well, that is what, listen, at this present time, this is what the people was agreeing on.
I know, but
to
to do
go
what?
towards
To
the
do
heaven
what?
to reach God.
To do what?
That is what it was about, to reach God.
To do what? To reach God to do what?
No. There was no continuing conclusion there. At this point in
No,
time,
no,
that is
no,
what
no,
it is.
no, no,
Listen,
no.
that is what it is.
I'm not trying to trap you.
Yeah,
for nothing,
continue.
eh?
They will
I'm
continue,
not.
continue.
Verse 4. Continuing, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
The people gone against what God wanted. Continue.
Wait,
Continue, sir.
Hold on. Don't skip over that. Just over that.
No, say it was not a man, eh?
That is why I asked them why they were
And now
trying
he's
to
saying the
reach
ball
up to God.
against. Now he's saying the ball
They were
against.
trying to reach up to God. They were trying to literally build. Not that they could have reached
Right,
up,
yeah.
but the
They were
mindset
going-
was
that's the
wanted-
mindset, the concept
they
is-
were all trying to
Right.
come together
Continue.
and to reach up to God to
Continue,
overthrow God, because they say, God, your way is nonsense. We ain't
No,
like
I ain't know that. I ain't that conclusion with you.
read
Continue.
over that last part
Continue.
and just read.
Whose cup may reach unto heaven, let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the
Lest
face.
we be scattered. So what they're saying is, if we don't succeed with this, we're going to get destroyed. That is what this is.
That is conclusion. Continue.
You want
No, that was that.
Continue,
all
then he
that
got
is
the
right.
point now. Then he
Yeah,
got
that
the
is
point.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
And the Lord came down to see the city,
And the Lord came down this
and the tower,
and the
which the children of men builded.
children of men did.
And the Lord said,
And the
Behold,
Lord said,
Remember, wait, hold on. Remember, we came, they brought us here
Yeah.
to show us something about
We
lineage.
will go God when we come in.
I just trying bringing it back down to earth now, but we don't.
Continue.
and the Lord said,
And the Lord
Behold,
said,
this people is one,
This people is one.
and they have
And
all
that's
one language.
One language. It was
Ah.
speaking one thing.
Right.
And this they begin to do, and know nothing.
Stop. So, tell me where the
No.
conclusion now.
Continue.
Talk to me.
Yeah, go on.
No,
Continue.
you do so like you
Continue,
want to
sir.
establish
Yeah,
something.
he started to establish it.
continue.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
The
Right.
concept, the understanding, what they think or even
So, hold on.
imagine. Continue.
Hold on.
Continue.
So what you're trying to say, what you're saying here,
Continue,
that the
sir.
scripture is saying,
Continue,
is
sir.
that everybody was one people
Just
had
making
a
sure.
nationality. I ask him.
Just make it.
At that point in time, the people were one.
That's in there. No, go ahead.
Continue. Continue.
Let me
Continue.
continue. Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build a city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them upon the face of all the earth.
Right.
Second
All
Samuel
of
6 and
So,
54.
this one,
All of it.
they're concluded.
Sir, from right here, sir,
Yeah.
before your 12 tribes will come out of the thing, something take place here.
And make everybody one.
That no, not make everybody one. This was whereby the separation took place, because before that there was no other people.
Separation of the 12
Right?
tribes?
The separation of the 12 tribes was way after that.
In front of
But from here, if you understand what's going on, all the languages and all the nations
That's
and
right.
was
They were
established.
divided before.
That's just divided
Right.
in Genesis 10.
Read on
One
5
chapter
again.
before, one chapter.
Read
Remember
5
that
again.
day here?
Okay.
Remember that day here with the Babylonians?
Okay,
That's bro.
but-
Read 5 again, bro.
What, 11 and 5?
Yes. No, same
But
5.
in it all, if you understand what I'm saying, it was not just established with the Israelites. It was not,
Let me explain.
the
Right?
tribes of them was not.
Can I explain? Nimrod and they here, this was the kingdom of Babylon. Just like Egypt was a kingdom and it had different people dwelling or whatever, when it say let us be one nation, one people with one mindset to accomplish one goal. That's why the Most High scattered them and scattered the language. You see, all they're doing is blasphemy.
So you are saying Nimrod could be your great connection?
No, Nimrod is not my
I'm going to read
goal.
this.
You see what I mean?
The Most High took us out of the
look.
Babylon.
Hey, so they just one chapter. I know they one chapter before, right here where it say
Yeah.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 5. One chapter before.
Yeah, right.
By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their land.
You know what Gentile mean at this point?
Nation.
One person.
But the
The
Gentiles.
nations were divided. The nations were divided. So this was coming out
So
of
we
Shem,
speak
Ham,
of
and Japheth.
we speak of this.
No,
but yeah,
no,
yeah, but when you hold on. Don't say
no.
no. When he said the Israelite, the 12 nations, and it's not just there. It's
all start from way back.
Bro, that's not
Way back.
That's not bro.
He was
He
always
never-
separate.
He 11. That's not 11.
11, right?
Genesis
Read
6.
11, that's not read 11 and 5 in that piece.
11 and verse 5. Genesis.
Yes.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men
The
builded.
children of who?
Men builded.
So you first understand who is the children of men, right? So let's go in Genesis 6 and see who is the children of men, right?
Genesis chapter 6.
That's
Which
all.
one goes on?
Because it have the sons of men and
Sons
have the
of
sons of God.
Correct.
According to the Bible.
Let me
Right?
try.
We'll clear it up.
Yes, sir.
6 and 2. Genesis,
How them young people don't say? Come down from me.
Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1. And it came to pass,
So it came to pass, it did happen, go ahead.
when men began to multiply on the face of the earth,
Men, go ahead.
and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God
The sons of God, yeah, not the sons of men, go ahead.
saw the daughters of men.
So the daughters of men. So where's this difference between them?
Genesis 32
Let
and
me
verse
tell you,
3.
let me tell
You know who
you.
is the sons of God?
Yeah, tell me, let me
The
hear
sons
you.
of God is the children of the Israelites. The daughters of men is the other nations. And which the brothers might explain there. Those Babylonian.
Don't jump into conclusion.
No, I tell you.
You jump in. You
That's what the
have to
Bible
say
says.
according to my understanding.
No, according to the
Yeah,
Bible.
but when biblically
I don't know,
speaking,
right?
when biblically speaking, you would have known in that days when you talk about the sons of God and the children of men. If you put it, if you look it up as the children of men and the sons of God.
Angels?
No, not angels. Angels were.
Yeah.
Angels were created for a particular purpose. And that particular purpose, the particular purpose is to. You understand?
We have it here, bro, proven who are the sons of God.
That's before you sorry, right? We're trying to have a discourse about the Bible, right?
Hey, listen,
So
if
just
you,
hear this, right?
for
First
anyone
Peter
of
4
you
and
receive Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and walk in His footsteps,
How we walk in his footsteps?
very simple. Obey His statutes, obey His rules, His regulations,
His laws.
Follow
His
truth,
laws.
follow
Christianity
truth.
tell you the laws done away with.
Oh, we had to follow.
The doctrine that this teach tell you the laws done away with.
Listen. Yes, the laws that you refer to, yes.
Which law?
Yes,
Which
the
law?
laws that what has to do with Moses and
Matthew 5 and verse
that
7.
is what
Which
you
law?
talk about.
Which law?
The laws that
Brother,
Moses
hold on.
Which law?
It's the law of Moses. Remember your words, the law of Moses, right?
Brother,
Wait.
hold on. I was a Catholic for 28 years, Christianity.
I was Adventist for 30 years.
In churches, they tell us the law is done away with. All the law, because Christ fulfilled the law.
And we on that grace.
And we are under grace now. So
Go
we
ahead,
are
go ahead.
keep no law. That is what that doctrine teaches.
You agree to that?
No, because biblically there are some misunderstanding here.
What
so,
about
right,
you keep,
so
brother?
which laws we keeping and
Which laws we keeping?
No. It's not which law we keeping and which law we're not keeping. It has to do with the laws. The laws has to
I want to
refer
hear this.
biblically has to deal with the law according to the understanding that was given. Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Can we call your pastor?
Mr. I could be called more than that. Excuse me. The fact lies, sir, that right now I'm not 100 in my studies, but I would have dealt with the laws according to Moses, and then at some point in time.
So what is it
And,
about?
when Christ come, I would have dealt with the grace, and I would
What
have
is the
dealt
grace?
with the both why it was done somewhat. But Christ had made it clear in the New Testament
Chapter and verse.
concerning these things, right? Yeah,
So
chapter and verse. I will sit down and
that's
preach
not-
you
that's
another
not-
day.
But we here, brother.
Hold on, that's
we
not-
busy.
Yeah, you have all your gears if you understand.
So if you make it
you're
clear-
properly well, you know.
If you make it-
but
Mind you, if I sit down and come to you, I can do that.
If you make it clear, show me now. Tell us.
You don't get a rest. When
you sit down and talk to me.
Listen to this, brother.
Book of First Peter chapter
I will
4.
make myself available. Give me a number, give me something. Contact me on this. Right.
Book of First Peter chapter 4 and verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth.
So
Rewind, please.
If any man
Rewind,
speak,
please. Hold on.
let him speak as the oracles. What's the oracles? of
Hold on. Go back and start from the beginning, and you have to quote. This is I'm quoting from so. I'm quoting who talk and those
Brother,
kind of things.
hold on. You see? I just went here because the scriptures say if any man have to speak about the Bible, they need to have proof what they're saying according to the Bible.
All right. According to the epistles, Peter was talking to whom? I'm more clear.
Okay.
Where are you reading from, sir?
First Peter 4 in the Bible.
And you was talking to who?
I'm talking to everybody.
If anybody go to
Hold on. Peter would have been particularly talking to a group of people so that we could get to this point.
All I'm trying to
So you know where I'm coming from? I'm trying to tell you, according to the scripture, it was said, continue, sir.
all it says
Yes,
is,
sir.
if we have us talk about the Bible, we need to be able to prove it. So all I'm saying to you, sir, is, if you are telling me that the law done away with, but not all the laws and whatever, and then you say, well, you're not too clear in your studies, right? It means to say that you can't prove it according to the scripture.
So why you can't say I jump into conclusion to the fact that you cannot prove it?
But we
I can prove it.
everything here.
That's why I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you the question.
We will prove it. What did I tell you just now?
Yes, but you're willing to study, to sit down and discuss. But you ain't willing to know.
So I'm saying is all they can do, you don't have to take my word for it. They can listen, write down what we say, and then go and research it yourself.
Biblically,
So let me explain what it is going on. When the scriptures talk about the law being done away with. But the churches run with one verse in Paul and Peter and go on, and they never really explain what it is doing. Right?
But you explain it now.
I'm going to explain it. Because you were unclear. You couldn't do it. We know ask you.
Go on,
and
sir.
It wasn't clear.
Go on, sir.
So I telling you, I clear.
You want to explain.
That's what I'm saying this, but what else happen and people see us as Negro people and black people reading the Bible. First thing the scripture says in mind is who teach you, who is you to take care of that. Now say, you explaining that now. You understand? So that could be where you're thinking in your mind, like will we study or everything. You have to understand that the most side.
Before you go forward, say according to my understanding, this is what I'm seeing.
But the Bible says speak according to the oracles of God.
We're going to give you precepts that literally save.
You, according to your understanding, or according to what all you have studied, according to what we have gone through, I am now saying to you, this is what.
Correct. Nice. We could be agree on that, right? But just now you say you're not too studying it. So let me prove what we say, right? So give me
imagine up your
that look expensive.
Like 4,000. Matthew chapter 5 verse 7.
right? Let's start from verse 16.
Alright, the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 16.
And you hear what he said? He said, this is Christ
Let
speaking here.
your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
So where's the light?
The light could be many
Proverbs
things.
6 and 20.
I said the light could be many
Well,
things.
you want to get what the Bible
Right,
says.
the light could be many things.
Alright.
Let me get what the Bible says the light is.
The book of
That's
Proverbs.
why I say precept must be upon precept, right?
Our understanding of the Bible.
Hear what the light says according
What
to
is
the
this,
Bible.
sir?
Not our understanding of the Bible.
Listen to what he says. Listen to what the Bible says.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Hold it right this way. When is studying?
There was a little black boy was he. The boy went to school and he come out unseen. Never learned how to read, he never learned about math. Never learned how to write, he never studied about that. All he studied was his speakers, his sneakers and clothes. He learned how to dress and he learned how to pose. He can't get no work, he can't get no job. He decide to steal and he decide to rob. But little black boy couldn't last long at all. The police put a bullet through his dunce head skull. Little black boy, go to school and learn. Little black boy, show some concern. Little black boy, education is the key to get you off the street and off poverty. Little black boy, go to school and learn. Little black boy, show some concern. Little black boy, education is the key to get you off the street and all poverty. Why, there was a little black boy, a rude boy was he. All the boy ambition was to conduct a maxi. With a ring in his nose, a gold teeth in his mouth. He feel very proud when they call him a tout. So proud was the boy that the boy never learned. He could have worked hard and buy a maxi of his own. So he hustled for $1, he hustled for a smoke. He hustled so that he could buy a little coke. Now he hook on the coke and off the maxi. And one more little black vagrant in the country. Little black boy, go to school and learn. Little black boy, show some concern. Little black boy, education is the key to get you off the street and off poverty. Little black boy, think about your race. Little black boy, when will you find your place? Little black boy, go to school and learn. When you're black, you just black. You can't help but being black. But because you are black, you don't stay in the back. Be black, but be conscious. Be black, but be conscious. Look in the front, see who's the doctor. Look in the back, see who's the lawyer. Look in the bank, see who's the banker. Look at the business, who's the owner. Look at the staff, see who's the worker. Look at the truck, see who's the dan man. Look who eating out of them garbage can. Look in the jail, see who you see too. A lot of little black boy just like you. Little black boy, go to school and learn. Little black boy, show some concern. Little black boy, education is the key to get you off the street and off poverty. Little black boy, go to school and learn. Little black boy, you have to show some concern. Little black boy, think about your race. Little black boy, when would you find your place? Why, little black boy, take a look at yourself. Little black boy, take a look at yourself. Little black boy, put your guns on the shelf. Little black boy, watch what you do. Little black boy, take a good look at you. Little black boy, look at other people too. Little black boy, is that the way you should be? Little black boy, don't put drugs in your vein. Little black boy, it could drive you insane. Little black boy, addle your brain. Little black boy, don't you be no fool. Little black boy, keep yourself in school. Little black boy, when you're black, you just black. You can't help but being black. But because you are black, you don't have to stay back. Be black, but be conscious. Brother, be black, but be conscious.
Be black, but be conscious. Be black, but be conscious.